Life is like a box of chocolates, right? You can have everything well planned, and life decides to throw a curveball at you. So we are not always in control, even though sometimes it feels like it. So I truly hope that the message I'm sharing inspires and motivates you to improve your life. Now let's get to the point. Welcome back to another episode of ToDaPointPodcast, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Let's talk today about seasons. The seasons are changing. Right now we're entering spring, meaning a new season, new life, a new cycle has been completed. And that got me thinking the other day that it's crazy how much of a difference a year can make. Heck, even a month, 2 months. It dawned on me that about a year ago, I was in a totally different place, like mentally, spiritually, physically. And I realized that everything is a cycle. I mean, it's something that's probably obvious for the most of us. And because it's obvious, we kind of let it disappear in the background. But everything is a cycle. And that is the beauty of life, of nature, of the universe. Because everything that we have right now will probably change in a couple of months, days, weeks, etc. And it's our duty to enjoy the moment and also learn from the current situation we are in, reflect on it, so we keep on moving, right? And in a way, I'm happy that everything changes because let's say you're in a shitty situation, you wouldn't want that situation to exist forever, right? And that is the beautiful thing of life, universe, the world, everything changes. At the same time, sometimes it can be scary, especially if you're going through a good period of your life and suddenly everything changes. The key here is to find balance in everything that you do, right? I like to look at life and separate it in different categories such as relationships, mental health, physical health, and finances. And the key here is to find balance in all of those areas. And unfortunately, it's not always doable because sometimes your physical health is doing pretty good while your finances are suffering, or the other way around, or your relationships are doing pretty good but your physical health is suffering, right? It is up to us to find the balance between those areas so we live a peaceful life, if that's what you're looking for. Anyway, the whole point of the story is, like I said, a year ago I was in a totally different place, and I'm happy that everything is changing. And I'm also excited for everything that's coming. For a major part, we are in control of what we do, so also of what to expect as an outcome. But on the other hand, again, speaking of balance, on the other hand, life is like a box of chocolates, right? You can have everything well planned, and life decides to throw a curveball at you. So we are not always in control, even though sometimes it feels like it. But that's also the exciting thing of life, because you can be scared of what is going to come, but at the same time, why not be excited for it? And yes, it also means sometimes negative things will happen, things you never ever expected, and especially not at that time, but it really all comes down to the way you look at it, right? You can choose to be scared of what's going to happen, or you can choose to be excited for what's going to happen. I'm both. I'm feeling both right now. And as I'm saying this, I realize that if we live in the present, like in the now, we wouldn't be worried about what's coming. But at the same time, we're humans, and it's something that is ingrained in our being to either be focused on the future or on the past. And a few of us actually manage to live in the present, and that can definitely contribute to our sense of well-being. Because if you're only worried, or I wouldn't say worried, I would use a different word. If you're only busy with what's happening right now, you don't have space to worry about what happened or what is going to happen. And one way to achieve this is to meditate. And I say this a lot, I know, but it is true. A lot of people think it's just if you're spiritual, but yeah, in a way it does have something to do with spirituality, but at the same time it's a way to manage your worries, your concerns, right? Focusing on the present moment gives you a lot of peace of mind. Now, I'm not saying to never plan out things, but if you plan them, basically you covered what you can cover and put it aside and focus on what you have in front of you right now. And it can be something minor or small, like sitting and focusing on your breath, or opening your window and looking outside. One of the things that I personally like to do is stand on my balcony and watch animals outside. You know, the birds flying by, or they're eating grass or whatever. It really forces you to focus on the now. And I instantly feel a calm feeling, and that's what you should aim for, because thinking about the past or the future is only going to make you suffer more than once, right? And usually, especially when we are worried about what's going to happen in the future, most of the times that doesn't even come true. And even if it does, why would you put yourself through that twice or even more than twice, right? So yeah, this video is probably all over the place. but it is what it is. Something that I'm starting to accept also. I always want to have like something scripted, but I'm trying to get used to not scripting everything. Sometimes it's better to just go with the flow and let the words roll out naturally. So if this video is all over the place, my bad, but it is what it is. I hope you found value in it though. If so, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another one.